we got to get ready to mow. But we got to get the rotary mower hooked up. The iMatch hitch was not working yesterday, so I got to put it back on and get it hooked up. And then tomorrow we come out and mow on the hottest day of the year. So I had to take the iMatch hitch in to get the bottom brackets moved down because I did not have a big impact wrench. And then we had to get it reinstalled, and it works with all the implements. And then we had to get the mower where it was level and raised up. I wanted it to be on the highest setting, and we couldn't quite get it on its highest setting, but we got it close.
We're gonna go test it out.
Do you know how to drive? We're gonna open the door. Bye, Mama! So our grass is really tall right now, so you can kind of see it's out to seed because it's not been mowed. And so she got anxious and she started the PTO. I wasn't ready for that yet, so we just had our little lesson on everything I know. I don't know PS, I don't know anything, but I read all the manuals and she didn't. So I gave her the lowdown, and we're gonna start it on low RPMs with the PTO. We're gonna engage the PTO on low RPMs and rev it up because the stuff I read seemed to be the best way to do it.
Ready?
Now rev it up. And I'm standing back. All right. You ready to do that for 10 hours tomorrow? So our grass is kind of tall because we bought this in the first part of May, and it's the middle of May now, and it's not been mowed all year. It's actually already gotten hot, and the grass is starting to brown out a little bit. But I don't want to cut it too low. I want to just nip the top off, get it down. I think we measured, and the deck's at about 7 inches. Those will mow at 9 inches, but I was not able to get it raised up enough. We didn't have enough blocks with us today to get it all the way up to 9. So we're in the second to the highest hole. So we're gonna drop the bucket, and then tomorrow we're gonna come out and mow all day for the very first time. One of the reasons is that I've set it level so that I'm hoping that it'll grind up as much of the grass as possible. I want to keep, this has been, the property's been used for hay before, so they've been, taking all the foliage off property. So I'm hoping that if we can just chop it off and let it get down in the soil and grind up, it'll be like mulching, and hopefully start adding back to the soil. The whole purpose of what we're doing out here is I want to get animals on this ruminoid, some kind of animals with lots of stomachs, and I want to get them out here. Basically, they're my lawnmowers, and then they're peeing and pooping on everything and just adding and making the soil better. We got a lot of clay soil, so it's going to take a lot to get this soil to be high quality. But if we run enough cows on it and unroll enough hay bales on it, that it'll seed itself, and this will be nice. It's not horrible now, but you can see there's patches of some weeds. It'll be a lot better once we start taking care of it better. So this is not ideally what I want to do, running a mower on it. I don't want to be mowing. But it's what we're doing now because we don't have fences up, and you got to have fences if you're going to bring animals on. So this is step 1 of the master plan. Going to the farm. What is it, Saturday morning? Early. Emily's excited. Look how excited she is. We basically bought a farm just to mow. So we're gonna go mow, probably all day. I think it's gonna take 8 hours. Because we've got it's 11 acres, but a little over 8 of it is wooded. I mean, two of it is wooded.
That's what to say.
And it's pretty tall. I'm gonna weed eat, Mom's gonna mow. We're ready for sun and dirt. Hey, baby. I'm gonna do the fence row. My neighbor looks like he Roundup it. He put Roundup on the fence row. And I wish he had not done that, but whatever. I'll talk to him and tell him that I'm gonna keep it weed-eated. And we'll just let the grass grow back. And then I've got to go up to the fire hydrant up at the front, because that's all. You can't get the tractor around all that. Weed eating is hot. That was a big mess right there. It's still a big mess. It's going to take a while to get it under control. It's funny, on the back side of the building, there's vines. They grow inside the insulation all the way up the wall and come out the roof. So I'm gonna go along the edge now and just cut out all the big stuff. I did not see a single snake during weed eating around the 5,000 square foot building, which is crazy. I thought I would. First pasture done. Looks better. And then I weed eated around the building. And Emily's moving on to the back pasture. Starting to look a little better. She'll make fast progress back on this field because it's just big, long, straight lines. So we got this big field, and then on the other side of the hay bales is another kind of about this size over there. And then there's woods between our property, and then there's another field on the back side of our farm. And we may or may not get over to that today. But we want to finish this today. It's about 10. We've been going since 7. We may get over to the other one. It's supposed to rain a lot this weekend, so maybe we'll get back to that other farm. It's easy. It's just one big open field, so it'll go real quick. All right, I got organized. That's our tool area. It is 5,000 square feet of tool area. And then it's lunchtime. I can't get Emily to stop mowing. She literally will not stop. So when she leaves to go eat lunch, I'm gonna go down there and do that weird part down there, and probably this weird part, and then she can come back and finish the level parts. And then I'm gonna weed eat there and up by the road and down the fence row and down by those hay bales. Just put our first tank in. Emily's running an entire tank of diesel today. We're back to full almost. I was cleaning a vine out of the bush. Look at this beauty. Pretty spider. We've added our bucket, and we're gonna go pick up all the limbs and stuff that I've cut down. And then we're gonna grind them up. And that'll be it for the day. Making a little brush pile. There's a little rabbit in this one. He came out from underneath that tree into his little rabbit-tat. But I'm sorry we can't have a rabbit-tat. Not today. I hear that little rabbit squeaking under there. So we're taking half a pile. We're gonna give him a chance to run away. When we first started mowing this morning, he ran. There were some rabbits living right up near the building, and they all ran and scurried. Pretty hot day. It was 91 today. It's been breezy most of the day though. And the sun's behind clouds now, so it's cooling off a little bit. My back hurts.
He got all of that in the bucket just by scooping it up against the hay bales in one try. It's very impressive. Make it look easy.
We got the chipper out. Tried it out. Granny Gulpaw had brought dinner. Emily's already eating. She's hungry. I'm about to eat now. And it's cloudy. And we're about to get rained on. We did not finish everything we needed to finish today. We might have to come back tomorrow, which I do not want to do. We're back for day 2. We did not finish yesterday. We barely didn't finish. We didn't finish our chipping, so Emily's finishing that. It started to rain on us, and we had company. And I ran out of trimmer wire on the hill, and I didn't know how to change it, so I researched that. And I've got one more place to trim up front. Other than that, we're done. It looks a lot better. We cleaned out from underneath all the trees, and that's too steep to mow. We're gonna build a retaining wall. So this weed eater, I weed eated yesterday, and I did not have a strap, like a harness, and I probably need one because this weed eater is pretty big and heavy, and I work out and stuff. I mean, I'm no physical specimen or anything, but I work out, I do deadlifts and stuff, but my arms are still holding it and swinging it. My arms are still pretty sore today. So I'm walking up to the front of our property to do this fire hydrant. You parked it without putting it down. I have to apologize. I got upset with Emily. I got agitated because she's like I am in Call of Duty. The controls are backwards, so I have to invert my controller in Call of Duty. No, you don't have to turn it on. You just let it down. Let it down. Now watch, she'll go the wrong way. And I kept telling her, look at the little picture. Let's see. She did it the wrong way. She even looked at the picture and still went the wrong way. So we were trying to put the bucket on, which is kind of weird. And she was pulling the lever up and down, and I was telling her what to do, and everything I told her to do, she would not do, or she'd do it the opposite, and I got agitated. I'm sorry, Mom. We're farming hard. I walked 12 miles, 23,000 steps yesterday. So we're digging out around the base of our building. Our building is about 20 feet tall. And as you can see, there's vines growing out the roof. And those vines, how in the world does a vine grow 20 feet through a metal wall with no sunlight? This is why everything's interconnected. I hear on these podcasts all the time how everything is interconnected. So all the weeds out in here, so if you cut them down, they're all talking to each other. All the root systems are interconnected. And what's happening is there's a vine growing down here that's feeding enough sunlight for a vine to grow 20 feet in between insulation and metal and come out the top of a building and start gathering sunlight. Mind blowing. So we're chopping them off. We're digging them out and chopping off the root. And when we come back after our trip this week, that'll be dead. And then one day I'll get up there and rip it out. We gotta fix the gutter on the back side of our house anyway, because it's kind of not working. And then I don't know if what we're doing is going to work, but I think so. There's a bunch of briar bush in here, which is also in our hay. So we cut it all, and a lot of it grew back. You can kind of see it's growing back. In 2 weeks, it grows back, but it's real easy to pull back out once you get it under control. And I'm wondering, there was a lot of briar bush in here, and I don't think it's going to grow back from stalks that we cut off. So I think it's going to have to shoot new growth, and we're just going to keep it mowed down. And I think eventually it'll starve it and it'll die. I have no clue if that works. I don't want to put Roundup on anything. That's my goal, is to do it without Roundup. So sweat equity and no chemicals. We'll see if I can do it. I don't know. These are all just theories I have because I've not talked to smart people yet. But I don't feel good about it at this point. If a vine, if a daggum weed is willing to do that, I'm not sure my sweat equity is going to beat it. But we'll see.